Excuse me, princess. That was a pimp move, though. Like, think about it. He gonna be like, excuse me, princess. I'm just being polite, baby. Let me get your number, though. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I live in your house. Let me just walk on in. If you know what I just referenced, you know what we're talking about today. The Zelda cartoon. Now, first of all, I am not going to be like everybody else and tell you the show was awful, because I have a lot of YouTubers that I've watched who said this show sucked, this show was awful, it was awkwardly written, blah, blah, excuse me, princess was annoying. Can I just point out one thing? For every problem you saw with this show, it was pretty much the archetype of every other show in the 80s and the 90s. It did what its period did. It made an action cartoon and it added some personality to it. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong that they took Link, who only was featured in 2 games at this point, and gave him a personality? Is that wrong? No. I'm sorry. In my opinion, they were being daring. In my opinion, they were doing the one thing that hadn't been done before. They were actually personifying the character. To this day, Link doesn't talk in the games, in part because they're afraid of alienating people from not liking the character. They're afraid of people going, you know, I like it better when he didn't talk. I like when I was the avatar, because in essence, and it's always been this way. But you were always meant to be Link. Link was meant to be you. That's why when the game starts, you say, what is your name? You change the name from Link to Chris or whatever you do. And then you proceeded to go on that adventure. You went on that journey and you were the actual hero of time and all those other, you know, adjectives they use to describe Link later. But you were that hero. You were the one in control. And you were the one with the personality. Link's not supposed to be anything. He's a blank slate. But in this cartoon, they gave him some spunk. They gave him some charm. And I dare say they gave him some realism. They didn't make him a cookie cutter. I am a good guy who does good things. They gave him a little bit of attitude. And I thought there was nothing wrong with that. When I watched the cartoon as a kid, I absolutely loved it. It was fun. And think again. Just think for a second. Why do you think he repeatedly said, excuse me, princess? Because they were trying to get you to buy things. They were trying to come up with a catchphrase that would catch on so you will buy things. To this day, it still happens. How many of you guys watch Adventure Time? I have the encyclopedia right here, okay? I'm telling you. How many times does Finn go, mathematical, and whatever other things he says? A bajillion times. Because they're trying to get you to buy that merchandise. They're trying to get you to get it on a t-shirt. They're trying to get you to get it on a mug and whatever have you. That's the same thing, excuse me, princess, was supposed to be. It wasn't as successful, but that was still the intent. No matter how annoying it is, that's what they were trying to do. Then I do that was everywhere because it was catchy. And you have to realize, in the 80s and 90s, it was all about the hard sale. And that's exactly what this show was doing. So don't hate it for being a product of its environment. Now, I'm not going to say this show was like a piece of artistry. I'm not going to say it was the greatest show of all time. But I am saying that everyone who reviews it is just being unfair to it. The show is good. It had great action. It had some funny lines. And it gave these characters personalities that I wish they had today. I wish Link would walk around smirking. I wish Link would kind of creepily hit on the princess. I won't even say creepily. I think he was being normal for his age. Like he wanted to kiss on the princess because he wanted to be into him. And they were flirting. They actually were really flirting. And you felt it. You felt the tension. But let's just stop hating on this show and accept it for what it is. Go watch some more episodes than just the first episode. Go watch them. And I promise you, you'll come back and say, you know that Chris guy's pretty smart? I sure am glad he's here to watch these cartoons with me. Anyway, guys. Thank you for the time, and Pokemon First World Problems will be out this week. I promise. And I'll see you guys around. But use teleport. Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor and please like and share this video with everyone in the nerd community. Everything you do will just help grow this channel and make me such a happy guy. And on top of that, if you guys want to really help out, also please donate to the Patreon. Even $1 will be amazing. Thanks so much, guys.